Ex-CIA insider says Biden just signed the U.S. dollar's death warrant. And this is what I've been warning about since Biden took office. He is not really the one running things. He's bought and paid for by the Chinese, by the leftists, by the communists. And this is why he's doing what he's doing. He want this country to fail because this is what the Chinese government want. But before we get started, go ahead, hit that like button, share this out so we get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. When you hit that alarm bell, make sure you click all. You change it from personal to all. That way you get all my notifications for when I'm putting out news, because it can be very sporadic. Because of my profession, I work different strange hours throughout the day. So hit that alarm bell, and also check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here, and there's also a link to my Instagram where I put out even more news. So check that out as well. All right, let's talk about this news. When it comes to big financial predictions, renowned financial analyst Jim Rickards doesn't mince words. An ex-CIA insider and financial advisor to the Pentagon, Mr. Rickards has been a leading voice in global finance for decades. He was a major influence in negotiating the end of the Iranian crisis during the Reagan administration, and his best-selling book, Currency Wars, is often cited as one of the most important economic works of the last decade. If you have not read Currency Wars, you definitely need to read it. It's a great, great book. Today, he's sounding an alarm most people don't want to hear, but according to him, that's a big mistake. Quote, the U.S. dollar, as we know it, is doomed, he says. Quote, President Biden signed the death warrant himself on March 9th with Executive Order 14067. According to Jim, buried inside the little-known federal order is specific language that could lead not only to legal government surveillance of all citizens, but also total control over your bank account and purchases. This is what they want. They want to be able to account for every single penny that you earn that's in your accounts. They want to account for it. Remember, they tried to push this earlier, and Janet Yellen, it was a big pushback against Janet Yellen to be able to monitor any type of transaction of $600 or more. But, quote, this is a pretty sinister move by the president, to tell you the truth, he says, and I bet 99% of Americans have no idea about it. Quote, what's worse, it could spell disaster for the wealth of millions of Americans at a time when inflation is already destroying their purchasing power. So what's in Executive Order 14067 that makes it so devious? Well, as Jim points out in his critical new expose, it sets the stage for a fully trackable spyware version of the U.S. dollar. That would be a serious threat to the privacy and personal security of all Americans, and give a disturbing amount of control over your money straight to the U.S. government. This is why they're trying to kill paper currency here, so they can track you. And if you think this is some far off pipe dream, think again. Quote, this is happening right now, Jim says. Executive Order 14067 already gives President Biden unprecedented power over the future of the U.S. dollar. And sadly, most Americans will be completely caught off guard by it. That's why Jim just released a new must-see presentation on how you can prepare for this critical event now. And he includes a critical way for you to actually profit from the fallout. Quote, look, between inflation, supply chain issues, and unstable markets, American savings accounts are getting crushed right now. And Biden is getting pressure from all sides to do something about it. He goes on to say that I believe it's only a matter of time before he pulls the trigger on this spyware dollar. Americans need to prepare now before it's too late. And that's why we have all this record inflation, and gas is so high and all this other stuff, is because they need to crash the economy so they can bring in this new spyware thing. They have to get rid of the old system before they implement this new system, and that's what this is all about. And this is part of the China way, and this is all in their plan to crash the dollar. They got to crash the dollar, and then they come in and they bring in this new system. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace. Oh,